The so-called machine head virus is composed entirely of nanotechnological microbes, microscopic machines with the capacity to reproduce at a truly astonishing rate. Their origin is unknown, but they are man-made. The machine head virus is not indestructible. It can be destroyed. The evacuation of Montreal, Canada earlier this year, and the subsequent detonation of the device across the city is evidence of the concerns that authorities are placing upon this deadly outbreak. A concern which must be shared by everyone on the planet. Now sports. Jerry.
Here's a winner for you. After last week's Iron Man Man-O-War game, you thought I was going to come back with a brilliant game. Well, alas, no. Machine Head was released in 1996, and oh boy, I really can't say much about this one. There are a few Saturn games that I just don't like, and this is one of those games. I can explain how the game works, I can talk a little bit about the level design and all that jazz, but ultimately I like to point you all in a direction of games that are either fun or are unique to play in some way. This game is just painful to play, and it always has been. There's a reason it's taken me years to review this one, and there's a reason why the footage is going to be rather lackluster, and that the review is going to be rather short. At some point in the future, a nanovirus breaks out that essentially takes over the entire world. It's up to you, as a nearly naked, busty beauty on a hoverbike, to destroy the source of the nanovirus. Yes, I kid you not, that's the story and that's who you play as. So with that, you're on your way. Your hoverbike has chain guns and a wide assortment of secondary missile attacks at your disposal. And for the most part, the game plays out something like a MechWarrior game, or even closer to Crazy Ivan on the PlayStation if you've ever played that. The D-pad is used to turn left, right, and look up and down. X accelerates, A decelerates, and the rest of the buttons take care of your map and then switching between the different ammunition types, and then of course firing. It's all standard stuff, however the levels themselves just aren't interesting. Yes, the graphics do surprisingly look quite good given the time of the game's release, and the soundtrack isn't too bad either. It's just that the game isn't fun to play. And I know you're going to ask me, well, why? Well, it comes down to the fact that you're always doing the exact same thing. So you'll enter a different area or environment or map, and you have to find a set number of keys to unlock the new way forward. There's a couple of enemies here and there, and that's pretty much all she wrote. It's just not fun, and that's the thing. I think if they would have changed the variety of the gameplay a little bit, if they would have added some variety, it would have been a much better experience. And I also would have tweaked the storyline a little bit. It just screams cheesy and generic, and it's just not fun. Now, I'm sure some of you guys watching this are probably screaming at the screen right now saying, this is the greatest game ever made! But really, there are so many better Saturn games out there that something like this should really stay in the bargain bin. Just because it was released on the Saturn certainly doesn't make it a classic. Move on and pick up something else.